Hello everyone, this is Archive12, and today we have a new HalaCG Bakugo track called 1v1 Me, and it's featuring Chira. I don't think I've heard Chira on any track before. I also know that Hala tried to release this about an hour ago, and apparently there were some technical difficulties, but it's out now, so we're going to listen to it. We're going to see what happens. We're going to listen and enjoy everything that is about to get thrown at us, because I mean, it's Bakugo, so you know it's going to be explosive, literally and figuratively. Link will be in the description below if you want to listen to this without my commentary, because I will be pausing and talking about it. My link tree is down there as well if you want to help support me, either just in general endeavors, or if you want to support me in my endeavor to try and learn how to make a video game, because I want to try and make a JRPG that you guys can play and enjoy. So yeah, my Patreon's down there alongside a few other links if you want to donate and assist me in doing that. And you guys will be mentioned in the credits, even if you just, you know, do a one-time donation. But yeah, that's all I really have to say. So without further ado, let's get to this. It's about to bang.
Better and better I get, and the time it passes goes tick, 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 tick. My sweat, but don't sweat, it makes sense. When I try, I win. No trick, 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 trick. I train each day, you watch me. Through pain, no brain will stop me. Get out my way, you think I'm what you wanna be.
I'm not gonna lie. The tone of this took me by surprise. I was actually, honestly, expecting something a little bit more along the lines of either Final Boss or Long Live the King, aka her Sukuna rap. So I was expecting either, you know, Final Boss or Sukuna. And I was not expecting this. This is beautiful. I love it. But based on every other Bakugo track I've ever heard, I was expecting her to just come out of the gate exploding. It's kind of refreshing, honestly, that she didn't, because everybody does that, you know? Everybody does that with Bakugo. So it's kind of nice that, like, maybe we're going to get that here in a little bit. Maybe this is going to ramp up and, like, go completely insane. But it's kind of nice. It's kind of refreshing that it just kind of, like, eased us into Bakugo rather than... That sounded wrong. It eased us into this song. There we go. Rather than, you know, coming out and, like, blowing us up immediately.
The world is watching what I press.
It's so dramatic, too. Like, it's so... It's got, like, an orchestral feel to it. And especially right here, right as I unpaused it, like, it really hit a very dramatic section. Right here. This is a combination of what we were just hearing and what I was expecting. Like, it's very aggressive, but at the same time, it's still a slower, more somber tone compared to what I would expect a normal Bakugo track to be. And I like that a lot. It's very, very cool.
I got the fire and force, a dollar bus, a top for exploding quickly the walls, each complete victory. You wanna make this fight war? I'll move so fast that it's for Paul James, you'll win at your thoughts. Yeah, you're lucky to me, babe. Overshadowed by a nerd, still my clone, fight on my front, got the nerve, have a light show. I'm always a studs, but I swerve when I break go. In the big, let's just blitz, hit it with the nitro. Surpassing all of the grace, watch him get comfortable, what a mistake. All just the same, not in my lane. Where will they be when I blow up the game? Hey.
Okay, I'm guessing at this point, I haven't heard anybody but Hala that I can recognize sing. So I'm guessing at this point, Chira must have done something with the, music production. Okay, that explains so much. Because I was expecting Chira to actually be a vocalist. Maybe they are. I don't know. But I just was expecting Chira to actually pop in and have a part. So that explains so much why we're only hearing Hala. And boy, are we hearing Hala. This is explosive, but it's also a slow burn. And it's giving me so many ideas. It's jogging an inspirational part of my brain. I can already tell you right now, this is going into the playlist that is almost exclusively dominated by Divide with a little bit of Fable sprinkled in for my video game. Like, this has me thinking about things that I want to put into my video game story. I can't tell you exactly what I'm feeling without spoiling anything for the game. But what I can tell you is that I feel like Hala has truly captured Bakugo in a way that I don't think anybody else has. I don't remember at any point anyone creating a song about Bakugo that wasn't like that focused more on like him as a character and less him as a stereotype, if that makes sense. Because so many songs out there about Bakugo are about his anger and his rage and his pride and the fact that he wants to be number one. This one, it takes a different approach, and I appreciate that in the same way that I appreciate that this is not a traditional Bakugo song in its sound, because Bakugo, like, those other songs, they are fantastic. Do not get me wrong. I love every single one of them, but they kind of put Bakugo in a bit of a box, because Bakugo is made out to be just like this angry, explosive teenager, which is essentially what we get from him. But it doesn't really like give him any depth by just listening to those songs. You hear those songs and you're like, you get the idea of what the character is supposed to be, but you don't get the character himself. You don't get like his desires. You don't get like you hear that he wants to be number one. You hear that he wants to beat Deku. You hear that he wants to do all these things, but they're always focused on like the rage aspect. They're not talking about his pride in a way that Hala is doing here. They're not talking about his aspirations. They're not talking about like the fact that I guess what I'm saying is those other songs, while they are fantastic, they kind of, if you're listening to them and trying to get an idea of who Bakugo is, they kind of make him seem almost two-dimensional. And this is not doing that. This is making him feel like a very rich, deep character. And that's just, this could very well be my new favorite Bakugo track. Like, because of that. Specifically because of that. Because it's making him actually feel like a character that like truly could be a main character in his own series, if that makes sense. That's what this song is making me think.
Want me, and we'll see who's really stronger. Want me, you can't make me wait no longer. Always been the king, blowing up you losers in the ring. Want me, 'cause this hero came to conquer. So want me, see who's stronger. You can't make me wait no longer. Been the king, I'll walk the walk, yeah, 'cause this hero came to conquer. Want me, see who's stronger. You can't make me wait no longer. Been the king, I'll walk the walk, yeah, want me, and I'll conquer.
I like how that ended. But yeah, okay, so getting back to what I was just saying, like after finishing all that off, I can genuinely 100% say that this is easily in my top 5, top 3, potentially number 1 favorite Bakugo song. Like, I don't think there's a question there. And again, I feel like it's because I ultimately feel like the reason why it makes Bakugo feel like a deeper character than any other song has been able to do is specifically because of the tone. The fact that it's a slower paced song that is well structured, well written, and breaking down his character in a way besides just his anger. Because, like I said at the beginning, I expected this to explode like, you know, every other song does. I expected this to come out and just wallop me with a napalm blast. And that's not what it did. It built up. It made it feel more dramatic. It made it feel more orchestral. It made it feel more interesting. And because of that, it succeeded in ways that other Bakugo songs just haven't been able to do. Like I said before, they are fantastic. They are some of my best, some of the best My Hero Academia songs out there, some of the Bakugo tracks. I could name like 5 or 6 of them off the top of my head that I listen to regularly. But this one hits different because it's done different. Like all the other ones, I've come to expect, oh yeah, this is going to be about rage, anger, and explosions. That's not what this was about. And I really appreciate that. So thank you, Hala, for bringing an amazing song that has my creative wheels turning for my story. And you know, allowing us to basically see a different side of Bakugo through your music. Anyway, that's it for me. I am Mark Alpha 12, and I shall see you in the next video.